All right, Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. So this is the sixth group discussions, or this is actually the last group discussion that we will have. So before that, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Muhammad bin Hashim. My matrix number is 196981, and currently taking Bachelor of Science Dietetic, and I'm a third year. So now let's move on to NAZURAH.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NAZURAH. My matrix number is 204164, and I'm a second year student from Department of Biology.
All right, so now let's move on to AIDIL.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. My name is AIDIL ASHRAF bin BADARUDDIN and my matric number is 204167 and I am second year student from Department of Biology, Faculty of Science. Thank you.
So next, Aim.
Hello and good morning. My name is MIMIE. My matric number is 19737. Currently pursuing my study in Bachelor of Economics, third year.
Next is Mira.
Hi, my name is SHAMEERA and my matric number is 203996. I'm a second year student from Department of Biology.
Last but not least, Suraya.
Hi everyone, my name is SURAYA binti SULAIMAN and my matric number is 204114. I'm taking Malay Language and Linguistics.
All right, thank you. So for this group discussion, right, we gotta like discuss all the 4 poems that we have created, and we have to select the best poems, and we have to like give the justification and all. So before we're doing that, let us have a quick reviews or recap to the poems that we have created. So actually we have come up with 4 poems that were entitled we have chosen 2 global issues, which are mental health and racisms. So for the mental health, the title that we already came up with is rest. Next is it's okay not to be okay. And for the racisms, the first poems that we already came out is next. Why me? And the other one is, if I'm not mistaken, it's sorry.
This one.
The things we say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So, is there any of you guys would like to like give a quick reviews on the poem that we have created? I think NAZURAH can do that.
Okay, so our group, which is consists of me, AIDIL, and Mira, for this poem, it's about rest. We are trying to focus on the issue of mental health by saying that it's okay for us to take a break once in a while because sometimes things can be quite hard. So for our sake and for others' sake, it is best to take rest as per mentioned in each stanza. Like for example, the second stanza, a day is not a lifetime and a rest is not defeat. So that's it for rest.
And then how about the second poems that your groups have already created? Is there any of you want to add something?
Okay, for the second poem, we focus on the racism, right? So, what we want to deliver to other people, how about racism in Malaysia, especially because as we know that our country have multi-culture, like Malay, Chinese, Indian. So in this culture or in these races, we have many racism issue. So why this can happen and how we want to prevent that? So we make the poem so that everyone, especially Malaysian, can see how bad is racism in our country.
All right, thank you, Nazura and Aidil, for the quick recap. So I think for the second group, I think Ayim, you want to add something? It's okay not to
Yeah,
be okay?
yeah, sure. As for the poem It's Okay Not to Be Okay, I think that the message that we want to deliver in this poem is even though you are feel left, you are feel discouraged, you are stronger, you are great, and you are powerful. And the positivity is always we need in our life. And at the end of the poem, we give encourage to them that can we go to the end of the poem? Okay. We give, yeah. Next. Okay. We give the encourage that by tomorrow this will be gone. You are a fighter. And yeah, we have to believe that we are all a fighter in this life. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Aim. So last but not least is the second group that already created the poems, which is the Why Me. So Soraya, you want to add on this?
Yeah, sure. Okay, for poem Why Me, this poem is like a common situation that's always happen at school, college, or also at workplace, not only in Malaysia, also in other country, which is skin color racist. And apa, and uh, the last of this stanza in this poem is like a positive message that can bring us to be united and stop the racism.
All right, thank you, Aim and Soraya, for the quick review on the poems that you already created. So now let's select the best poem out of these four. Which one is the best? And we have to give the justification. So I think we can start with Mimi Shamira.
Okay, first of all these four poems are very interesting and very, the message was delivered very well. So it's actually really hard to choose because all poems is very good, despite being some poems are short, some poems are long, but regardless of the lines, the number of lines, the message was delivered very well. If I must to choose, I would choose, I think, It's Okay Not to Be Okay. I think that's leave the most impact for me.
All right, thank you, Shamira. So now let's move on to Aidil. You wanna, which one is the best for you? Which poems?
Okay. Thank you. Just like Mira said that we have four poems, so actually it's quite hard for me to choose one. So, but if I need to choose, I will choose the poem about racism, which is "Oh the Thing We Say," because I like this poem because it just not only poem but the attitude about the Malaysian citizen. Like as we can see that the stanza, last stanza, it's like it say that you Baranchina, we as we know that we always uh heard that sentence in Malaysia that usually used. So I think this poem quite nice and interesting for me. Thank you.
All right, that's a good justification, Aidil. So now let's move on to Nazura, which poem that you would like to choose.
So for me, I think all of the poems are very, very interesting. I can see that all of us put a lot of effort in trying to compose a good poem. However, for me, I think the poem that left the most impact on me is the things we say. It's about racism. And I know since um, I'm one of the one I'm one of the people who wrote this poem, but personally, I think like I like it because it's honest. It can be quite controversial to certain people, but I like it. I like the controversy. It brings you trigger of a new thought. Like, oh, this is something that we often say. This is the things that happen in our country. And for me, this poem is very important since it can bring a new perspective to our people. So that's it for me.
All right, thank you, Nazura. I really like when you're talking about the what they call converse
Controversial.
con controversial.
Controversial.
That one. That one. All right, when you say that, yeah, that's true. So so next, let's move on to Suraya. You have to select the best poems out of this four.
Okay, first of all, for me, I think all poems use easy words so the readers can understand the message easily, and all poem is quite effective. But for me, I think I prefer poem from group two, which is it's okay not to be okay. Because I think this poem is what I look like, or this poem is what I feel. Because this poem can teach us that we are more powerful than we know. Because no matter how tough things, uh, no matter how tough things get, we can almost always find the power we need to become a better person. Okay, that's all for me.
All right, thank you, Suraya, for sharing your personal things about these poems. That is really relatable to you. So next, let's move on to Ayim.
Okay, I may say that all of the poems are very good, and as Nazura said that I can see our efforts to create the poem, but I think the best poem is from our group 2, which is It's Okay Not to Be Okay, because I think it made me realize that it's not enough by saying to those mental sufferer that be patient, stay strong, and stuff like that, and we have to take actions to help them, as that is our responsibility too. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ayim. So as for me, I think the poems that I would like to select is the same as Mimi, Shameera, Suraya, and Ayim, which is It's Okay Not to Be Okay. So the thing that I really like about this poem is that, okay, at first, it's like sounds kind of boring actually, like you are stronger than you think. Okay, it's normal, all of that words. But suddenly there's a twist when he's saying that it's just the thing that we usually hear from people, but I'm actually the one who suffer from the mental illness. So that's the things that I really like about this poem, because there's a twist in there. And yeah, it's really relatable, especially for students and for the teenagers like us, like the younger adults like us 20s. Yeah, it's really relatable to us. So I think we have to come up with a conclusion. So after a long discussion, I would say long discussion, we all agreed that there are two poems that we would like to choose here, which is It's Okay Not to Be Okay, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, and All the Things We Say. So, and the majority have voted that we all agreed to select It's Okay Not to Be Okay as the best poems out of these four. And the second one is All the Things That We Say. So, do you guys want to add something?
I just want to add something. I think most of us voted for It's Okay Not to Be Okay because it is the poem that relate the most with us as a student, the struggle you are having right now. I know racism is a big issue as well, but it doesn't really apply to us since we are home most of the time, and if we are not home like before the MCO, we are in the campus where everyone the racism in campus is not that serious compared to real life situation in public. So that is why I think most of us chosen It's Okay Not to Be Okay.
Yeah, there's a really good justification, Mimi, Shameera. Is there any of you want to add something?
Can I? Okay. When I heard from Mimi's opinion, I think I changed my mind. So then I will choose the It's Okay Not to Be Okay. for the final poem. Thank you.
All right. So we already like five of us agreed that it's okay not to be okay is the best poems out of these four, and it's like it's okay not to be okay is the best poems, but the other poems is also the best, but there's the poems that is better than the other poems in there. All right. So I think that's all for the last discussion for today. So so Um, I think that's all. So till we meet again and see ya.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so
All
much,
right. Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you.